come on Barbie, let's go party. Oh yeah, come on Barbie, let's go party.
Ooh, ooh, come on. By the way, that song.
With Jordan and Chris. Hi, I'm Jordan.
Oh, and I'm Chris. Welcome back to By the Way. That song, girl, it's giving me the like, I really can't stay, baby, it's cold.
It's giving pedo.
Absolutely.
It is giving pedo.
But she's into it, so is it bad if she's into it? She said she's into it, so
But
that's not
was
really
she into it?
Maybe
whoever.
she was into the like flashy car and the lifestyle, which I support.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. What is that from? Is that
a Fergie
Pussycat
song?
Dolls? Oh, maybe it is Fergie. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. I don't know what's happened like in the song after that. All of a sudden, I'm lost.
Hold
lost in the
on. No,
wilderness.
I swear.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous lyrics.
Of the rich and famous lyric. Yeah. Not the documentary girl.
It's certainly not that.
Song. Oh, Good Charlotte. That one?
No.
Oh.
I don't even know like one song by Good Charlotte, to be quite
honest. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Donald Trump is a recommended search. What? Song. There it is. Song.
Too much.
Good Charlotte. What?
It is certainly because the title of the song is not Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. That's the problem. So
I
it's
think
wanting
you're
to
right.
Give you that.
This is bothering me too. I know what you're talking
Lifestyles
about.
of the rich and famous.
Oh, Brittany.
Oh, it is. It's
Brittany?
like
Yes. I'm gayer than you.
Well,
by the way, me
I
going
said
like this.
the lyrics. By the way,
I knew what they
came
were
to me
from.
first.
By the
You
way,
didn't.
I came in you
took you a
first.
while.
Oh.
Bad optics.
I just don't think the Barbie girl song will hold but I will still play it every single time.
I will too. Same
Is it
with
Britney?
I'll play and sing "Baby It's Cold Outside" every single time.
I kind of will too. You know what I don't like?
Rape.
It's "Piece of Me." Yeah, it is "Piece of Me" by
Piece
Britney
of me.
Spears.
You want a
What
piece
I
of
don't
me.
like, if you're gonna play the song, play it with your chest out. Don't give me some mixed up lyrics.
Yeah.
Where they like change it to be like a little like
Like
Michael Bublé does that, I think, with Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
And they have beautiful voice. Just sing the dang song. Don't give me I hope that you're feeling fine. Girl, just say you want to rape her.
Say that ish
Just
with your
say
chest
you want to get in her when she's
and-
sleeping.
Be your own effing best friend.
Chris's version.
Chris's version.
Girl, but with
Chris
that,
is a virgin.
with- actually,
he wishes he was
Actually-
re-virginalized.
actually, I'm going to be back to a virgin, and I'll tell you why. Today, on this exact day, is my 10-year anniversary. It's my 6-year
it is?
wedding anniversary today.
Oh, why didn't you tell me this?
Because my husband forgot, and I'm not saying anything. It's my 6-year wedding anniversary and our 10-year swipe
oh
anniversary.
my God,
We
and
matched.
you're bringing this up on the pod.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Wait till I tell him. Wait till I
He
tell
has
him.
no idea. Today's our 10-year
Me
of knowing
winking at the camera. I literally went, wait till I tell him.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. He gets turned on from the wink.
And I know it's because he's busy
Caitlin,
doing.
where you at, girl?
Huh?
Remember when Caitlin used to say that when I would wink at her on stage during Kinky Boots, she'd be like, now wait a damn
Oh, it like turned her on. But what she should have also heard was your "You want to take it off for daddy" voice of last week's
Girl.
episode.
Girl.
Speaking of my
About
husband,
2 weeks ago.
Speaking of my husband, that TikTok. What are you looking at?
Your facial hair and how much I like it. As it's coming in a little
A
bit.
millimeter.
You have like, you're like 1 day non-shaved and I'm like, yes.
Okay.
I went, I did a Chris face.
I could almost do the face, but the "oh yes" was too much.
Yes. By the way, with what you send me, that's too much. Shall I read my good morning texts every fucking day from you?
They're memes. They're not
face.
words.
Is it-
I'm like scared. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? That TikTok of you saying you want to take it off, or not the TikTok, the YouTube short.
yeah, yeah.
And my
Same
husband,
thing.
my
It's the
husband
same
was
video.
in bed while I'm like getting ready for bed doing skincare, and I hear him on YouTube Shorts, and
Yeah.
I hear me screaming through his phone. I'm like, now wait a minute. And
Which
he's-
can be heard from China because it is so loud.
He's
from-
having a laugh, a gaggle, and a giggle. I'm like, what is going on? And then I hear you. You want to take it off? And I was like, ah! You're stalking
not
me
me
in my
finding
home.
my way into your
I
bedroom.
know,
one
and he
way or
wasn't
another.
even trying to. It just like recommended
up
it to
as an
him. I
option.
was like, oh
Oh my God,
that's
that
bad
is
optics.
so funny.
But anyway, yeah. So we're getting a divorce. You can have him now because he doesn't. I don't think he remembers
Now.
it's our anniversary today.
Now,
Yeah.
I've been had him. I already done had mine.
He comes around the corner with a lawyer. I'm like,
Literally, papers drawn up.
I become the
They're
witness.
waiting
for
on the counter upstairs for what we're done.
I have to be the witness in
For
your
our
guys'
marriage.
marriage.
You would too, girl. You know there would be such less, like no bitter feelings. You would be like,
If there was
you would-
cake.
you'd be the officiator.
If there was cake, If I get promised snacks
Yeah, if I
afterwards.
promised you cake and ice cream, you'd be there.
I just got at Walmart right before
The Walmart mention. It's the new Abigail mention is the Walmart mention.
Abby got replaced because Abby's fake.
Fraud.
No, I'm just kidding. We love her.
Well,
I just got a new. Well, it's clearly flopped when it was released, which is why it was in the clearance section. But Walmart has the goldfish crackers.
Oh.
Baked with flavors. They have cheddar. They have spicy dill pickle.
I don't really like the baked.
They have sour cream and onion. I do like the baked. Actually, I don't like Cheez-Its, the baked ones. I like regular Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I just like a classic goldfish. I do the flavor
I know.
blasted.
See, that's right. That's
I
right.
like the
You
flavor blasted ones.
You like finger blasted ones.
I like being blasted.
You like being flavor blasted by fingers.
Yeah.
I'm not making that the title. I thought of that
yeah,
for a minute.
Like
I was like,
appropriate.
I was like, am I?
Well, as we've seen, some people find our podcast to be inappropriate for children. So, which our titles would strongly suggest, but that's okay.
That's okay. You told me the other day,
I have a list of a few things that I had to text you to talk about.
and I have them right there, girl. The first one you texted was, what we're gonna say?
Tell me all the things that I texted you.
You said crawfish boil TikTok.
Okay, we'll get to that.
And then you said the eye doctor and nothing else.
Okay.
And then you said submissive taco Tuesdays. That's all.
Oh, okay, good.
So what's the crawfish boil TikTok?
So we're gonna get to that second.
Okay,
Or
so-
third. The most important one is not the most important, but a good one to start with eye doctor. So I had an eye doctor appointment the other day, which I know you're obsessed with my eyes. Both the fact that I can't see and the fact that they're the color you dream you wish you had.
No, the fact that you
So
can't see
anyway,
and the fact
moving
that you
on.
won't
So
do
what I'm
anything
gonna
about
tell
it.
is
The fact that you won't touch.
well, I have something to say.
No,
not good for you.
no, that's what I'm scared of. They said they
So-
healed. They healed.
Mama, they said I'm almost 2020, baby.
No, they are
2020,
wrong. They are wrong. What
I went
changed?
through all the testing. He was like, do you want to be fitted for glasses? I was like, well, do I need to? And he was like, well, let's test, blah, blah, blah.
There's no way your eyes got better. No.
Maybe I'm just really good at taking tests.
Because
And then it
I know
stops.
in the real world, you don't see some things. You'll be like, girl, I can't see that far. And it's like from here to that ladder. Oh, clocking.
Ladder?
Do you see the ladder?
No.
Well,
Well,
you-
there's like a light in the way. As it turns out. Oh, there
Also,
we go.
me clocking myself that I live in shambles.
in a basement dungeon over here. If we turned the cameras and you saw what else was happening, everybody. Let's just say this is a multi-purpose room.
Now, what is that supposed to mean? That sounds
It
like a
has
sex dungeon.
multi-functions, you freak. Why'd you have to go there?
Well,
It's your workout room. It's the podcast studio. It's an electronic
it
oasis
is. It's
over
the
there.
hub. It's the hub.
It's the hub of. It is literally the hub of the house.
It's-
This house would not function without that corner over there. So don't.
That's
even
the real
start.
tea. That's the real
I
tea.
know. That's what I'm saying. This is a multi.
So watch your mouth.
You took
because
it
you
to an
spit a lot,
inappropriate
and when you
place.
spit, it shorts the
Hatua.
circus. Why did I say the circus?
The calliopes.
The circuits. I said circus, didn't I? I'm mad.
All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus.
Circus. That should have been Circuit City.
Damn.
Oh,
Brittany.
Circuit.
the
That's
double
aging
mention of
myself.
Brittany.
You don't even know what Circuit City is.
I do it. I do.
So good, you're old like me.
yeah, not as old, but old.
Okay.
So
the eye doctor said
which
you're
was
healed?
Brought up the other day, by the way.
What? That you're old?
I said something about to Abby. I don't even know what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Well, he is like significantly older than you."
She didn't say significantly.
She
Do
did.
not- I'm calling her right now.
Do it. She literally said that over the phone the other day. I don't know what we were talking about though.
I'm gonna just text her that.
Significantly older, huh?
Just significantly older.
Period. ... So
With
eye doctor, yeah,
No.
it went great. So 2020, honey, almost.
I don't believe it. There is
Stay
no.
mad.
You are good at taking tests.
Stay
You probably they probably did the one or one.
Well,
number one and number two, and you squinted.
Actually,
or like
I'm
cheated.
really truthful in the eye doctor. I, in fact, tell them, like they love to do, you have to like read the letters, right? And they love to be like, how far down can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the first time I do it, it's like, I'm really trying to gauge like how far down can I see? And I'm very like, I think this is this letter, whatever letter, right. Then when they try to be like, they will adjust it and they'll be like, well, now how far down can you see? I tell them they have to switch it to another set of stuff.
Because you'll know.
Because I have like really great short-term memory. So I could just memorize. I have the line memorized at that point. I know what it is. So I don't know if I can see it right or if I just have it memorized. So I'll be like, you got to switch it to another one because I want to know.
Yeah.
If my eyesight is getting bad enough, I will get the glasses. I don't want to, but I'll do it. But
Jordan.
Mama, I didn't have to. And they dilated me and they were like, hey, you need to get, he goes, make sure you get, this was a new nurse that I've like never had before or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, make sure you get the sunglasses at the front.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a newer doctor
Mm-hmm.
because my doctor left and went to somewhere else. And so this is like my second time seeing him. And both of them said this, but they were like, make sure you get the sunglasses at the front when you leave. Because, you know, I get like my eyes dilated.
Yeah, because it's sensitive to the light. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've never had to do that. I normally just wear my own sunglasses.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you need to get ours because they're like the darker ones. They said, and I was like, why? And they're like, well, you in particular need to do it because your eyes are so light. Yeah. That it's so sensitive. But like, they were like, yours are like abnormally light. And they were like, you really need to get the glasses. And they said, your eyes will also be
There's a lot of things abnormal about you. The eyes, I wouldn't say are the first thing I would think of.
What's abnormal about you? Take them off. So, oh my gosh, this coat is shedding.
Cheap.
So it's got like one.
Oh,
hole
is that
in
what
it.
that is?
It's got a hole in it.
I saw
so it
something
just
flying
keeps
around.
flying out. And I've sewed it so many times, but it's like this material. It's once it's
material
done,
girl.
It's like once it happens, it happens. It's so annoying.
Wow. So once it happens, it happens. That's great. I live for that.
It's down. It's called down.
That is not down.
That is down.
Are you down?
I've been down. I stay down. So anyway, got the glasses, dilated eyes, couldn't see during dance class. I literally was like, I'm like, Megan, I need you to do the leg. Megan's like, I'm over here. I was
By
like,
the way,
hi, Megan.
I already know you can't see. I think the eye doctor lied to you several times.
Stay mad, hater.
I think, Jordan, in real life,
there's
can
nothing
you
in here
see?
that I
Okay,
can't
back
not
to
see.
the ladder. Can you see the word on top of the ladder? Like, what does the brand say at the top?
I can't, but there's also a blinding light in my face. What do you want me to do?
I can see it.
You don't have a blinding light directly in your point of view like this.
Do you see what does this say? No air.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Oh my God, my voice is like shot.
Okay.
So that was the eye doctor.
So that was the eye doctor.
This is a really funny story. Submissive Taco Tuesday.
I need to get into this.
This is actually a story from
Because
Abby.
you don't tell me context when you text me this. You just text me,
Yeah.
hey, this is for the pod.
I knew it. I knew that
and I was
would
like,
get you good, girl.
Submissive Taco Tuesday.
This is from Abby. So
Okay.
this is an Abby story, but I asked her if I could tell it. But it's not her, but it was like something she saw. So she was, and I'm going to probably like fudge up a couple of the like stupid details of it all, but the main point of the story is going to make sense.
Okay.
So somehow she was in a conversation or around a conversation that these two girls from like her past like
Past life. Her past life.
they were having, right?
Oh, okay.
So, and she said all she starts hearing is,
Oh no.
it was like a Tuesday, and she's like, she starts hearing them say like, "Are you gonna do it tonight?" And they're like, she's like, "Yeah, I guess I will." Yeah, and they're like kind of complaining about something to do tonight. And so of course Abby in her head is thinking like, well, what would they, maybe it's like, she literally goes, maybe it's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
What else could it be?
So she asks, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Hello. Hi. What are you guys talking about?
Well, our husbands told us that in order to be closer to God, we need to be more submissive to them.
Oh my.
So we have decided that we're all doing blowjob Tuesdays. And that's how we're going to get closer to God and be submissive to our husbands, is on blowjob Tuesdays. Which I'm just going to say, if giving a blowjob is now an actual job, maybe
If
you
that's
should
what
be
gets
out of
you
that
closer to
marriage.
God, we're going to first level heaven, girl, and they're going to be stuck in
I
purgatory.
know, they're pissed.
Girl, you and I, the gays have
If
been
a
right all
blowjob
along.
is not fun to like give or get anymore, then maybe you need to exit that DICK.
Maybe what they need is a little bit of LGBT qua experiences in their life to see what the tea is.
I mean, to be
These
honest, like
sheltered
I have
women.
never like I'm also me, but like
It's a job you do for free and don't need money for.
I've never given a blowjob and like not liked it, I guess. Because if I feel like I'm not going to like it, I don't do it.
So you did like me.
Nope. Not even a little bit. Walked away, honey. And the offers have been there, and I walked away. You know what I mean? Like, you know me, I have literally like, I've like seen like an ugly dick and just been like, I gotta go, and like literally will exit the whole situation.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm doing it, like I enjoy it. So like, if you don't enjoy it, then I feel like that's on you.
First
girl.
of all, you know me in my past,
Yeah.
girl. It's
Name
don't get
them.
me. I can't even get started. I'm just gonna have to make jokes.
How would Jesus feel about blowjobs? Do you think Jesus got a blowjob at some point?
Was Mary Magdalene his mother or the other Mary?
I don't know. You're the churchgoer.
Mary.
Although you also didn't know that Moses did the sea.
I did know Moses did the sea. I thought the movie The Prince of Egypt.
Moses said, "This is what I want to see."
He said, "You better split, honey." Bow.
Bow.
Girl.
Isn't that crazy? Why would they think that being first of all, the real thing to unpack, which I don't think we are going to, would be the fact that you think that you need to be submissive to your husband to be closer to God.
And the fact that these women believe that and are like, in order to do that, I now have to.
And are like, she said they were talking about it like begrudgingly. So like, girl, that's called being a cafeteria Christian.
Absolutely.
So you need to relax with that.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind where you take that train of thought a little further. What do you need? Oh, you take that train of thought a little further, and that's where it becomes culty.
I agree.
It's like, where does it stop?
I
Where you
agree.
say, you know what? I don't want to do it.
I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not having
Why
that.
are you telling me? See, now I'm going to go off. No, I'm sorry. I can't.
Go ahead.
Why would you tell me that in order for me to be closer to God, here's what I want to know.
Have you been submissive to your husband today?
My husband doesn't remember it's our anniversary, so no.
I have. Oh.
I want to know, did these same men have their Taco Tuesday where they go down on her taco? That's what I want to know.
No. They
Exactly.
probably have never touched
Did they
it with
taste
their
her
mouth,
shredded
teeth, or tongue.
beef?
Chris.
I'm just making taco puns. Her sour cream.
Christopher. Stop it.
Now, is she a hard taco shell or a soft taco
I'm going to literally
shell?
throw this thing at you. Wow.
Okay, well,
Isn't that wild?
Submissive Taco Tuesdays is in
Blowjob
the runnings for the
Tuesdays.
title for me.
Submissive Taco Tuesday.
That's the title for me.
A submissive Taco Tuesday. Yeah.
Girl.
Isn't that disgusting?
That's disgusting.
Blowjob Tuesdays. How about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday?
Girl, and Sunday. Did you say Sunday?
I did not.
You
Or
have
Monday.
short-term memory, you
Or
said. So what
Monday.
did you say?
But you chose Sunday, the Lord's Day.
I did.
So you want to be submissive on the Lord's Day. Get on your knees. It's the Lord's Day.
Well, that's how I was raised. On my knees.
On your knees for your dad. Yep.
Oh, Daddy God.
Well, both of them.
That's what turned me.
That's what turned me. Girl.
Well, what about Oh, you also told me. Oh, that was your catty corner.
What was it?
Notify anyway.
Oh.
What's the
I forgot.
crawfish boiled TikTok then?
Oh yeah, I'll say this, then we can go to break. I have a new side of TikTok I'm on.
Because you had seafood boil. So
Yeah,
what's the
it's
main
changed,
difference between
where this is only crawfish?
I don't like that.
Crawfish, potatoes, and hard-boiled eggs.
Do they have the heads
corn.
on them? I like
Yeah.
everything else. I don't like seeing their little, and then they suck the brains out. Some people do
Yeah.
that. I don't like it.
So this is the side of TikTok
I don't like that.
I don't know why I'm on it, because it does not look like appealing to me at all. Like I would never enjoy
it's like
eating
a
this,
train
but, like,
wreck.
I'm like,
Enamored.
yeah. It's they like pinch the thing, twist it, take the tail out. They eat the tail, which by the way is like one bite. It feels like a lot of work for like not a lot.
Do you
of,
like being
actual food.
pinched, twisted, and eaten?
It depends.
Okay. And if you're in a Walmart bathroom stall or not, as we learned last week.
I know. I just had to edit that TikTok.
I saw that. That's what made me
And,
think about it. I was like,
I was watching. I was like, why did I admit that out loud? Like,
and then
please
make
shut
it the
f-
TikTok.
Yeah,
Girl.
literally. So and then they like they pinch it so it like spreads it a little bit. Then they stick their fingers in.
You can't.
I know. Take your mind out the gutter, girl. They like
Only on
scoop
Tuesdays.
out the like inside fat, eat it. Then they
Me.
suck on the head
Me.
and toss it.
Me.
Get rid of it.
Now I know you wanted to talk about it. You
Now-
wanted to see me.
And these people are like gross, right? Like it's like not gross. They're
disgusting.
it's
human
like a
beings.
very like dirty
yeah,
process.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like your
yeah.
hands get all fucking
Yeah.
crazy and whatever.
Yeah.
There's one person in particular. His name is Jack Gentry.
Name him.
Hot,
Oh.
and he does
Oh.
it shirtless. I'll show you later.
So that's why you're
I'll
stuck.
show
That's
you
why
later.
they keep recommending you them
there's
freaking
him,
ones.
and then this other girl that she
Hell
always does it
yeah,
too, but
brother.
He's like so hot and like country straight boy.
Love.
And so tan, so hot.
Is
like
he
a hairy
available?
tan.
I'm single as of today.
I am not. And he is so hot.
I live.
So I'll show you him after we're done.
Girl.
Like he
I'm gonna dress
and
up
when
like
he's
a-
like getting in there and eating shit, you're like,
That's me for
eat
Halloween.
like a crawfish.
Me and Halloween
I'm
as
getting
a
a shirt.
crawfish.
I'm making a shirt that says "Eat me like a crawfish, pinch me, squeeze me, suck me like a crawfish."
Let's go to break.
Okay.
Well, did y'all get pinched like a crawfish during the break? Because we certainly did.
Hey, we pinched that little bean.
The only time I've actually watched somebody eat a crawfish, and the reason I knew this was because when I was 9 years old, we went on a mission trip with our church to Mexico.
Oh my God.
And the older kids, who in my mind were like 30 years old, but were really like 16,
Yeah.
had a bet. And one of them said, mind you, this is back in the 90s, old. So
I was just born.
When $10 was really a lot of money.
How old were you?
I was not. No, hold on. 93.
No way.
I was the early 2000s. Never mind. It was the early 2000s because I was 9.
I was like, there's no way that you went. You were so young to be in the 90s.
Thank you.
Like if you would have been going in the 90s.
Yeah, it was the early. It was like 2001 or 2. Anyway, so this is when $10 meant
9/11.
something.
Go ahead.
I was either 9 or 11, is what you were trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And these older kids were like, "I'm gonna give you $10 if you suck the brains out of this
Oh my
crawfish,"
God, which is like
and
gold.
I was like shook. I didn't know
You
what that
I can
was.
get for $10? 700 gumballs is
But
what I can get for $10.
thank you. But the reason why is because my dad would take us to the creek and catch crawfish.
And drown you in it.
No.
Baptize you in the creek.
Now that did happen. I did get baptized in a creek. That's a real story.
Did you?
Yeah.
I, like a normal human being, was baptized as a baby in a church.
And it shows.
Like a child of God would have been.
And it shows.
It shows that you were baptized in a creek too, girl.
What do you mean by that specifically?
Go pee? Go pee outside, girl? In that creek that you got baptized. You know people peed in that creek you got baptized in?
It was me.
That's what the
While I
ears,
was getting
that's why
baptized.
the ears came. You got like a disease while you're there. It like mutated
Disease
your
by
ears
Lady
out.
Gaga. Excuse me! I have something to talk about Lady Gaga in a minute. But anyways, it's on the list. So the only crawfish I knew about was the kinds my dad would take us to the creek for.
Yeah.
And we'd catch and keep them in his fish tanks, and we'd be like pets and name them. Name them. Does it explain a little bit more?
Yes.
It,
like too much more.
it jives with the backstory.
It jives with the fact that we cannot see one amphibian outside of your house without it becoming a named animal.
My
pet.
best friend. Yes. Yeah. And then I go searching for them. If it's raining
Or
and it's dark-
naming your anything in this house.
Yeah.
Like the other day when you introduced me to your stuffed peep that you have on your
Peepers.
in your foyer, and it said
Peepers.
this is like whatever its name is Peepers.
Yeah. Jeepers, creepers.
Where'd you get those peepers?
In the clearance section at Walmart. So that's the only thing I knew, and I was shook that they were like sucking the brains out of these crawfish for $10, and the girl did it.
The girl.
The girl did it. The guys were like thinking this girl couldn't. She ate them up.
Good.
And you know what? They gooped and gagged and they gave her the $10. It might have even been $5 at the time, which is she should have known her worth, but that's neither here nor there.
She should have known.
Was it
they weren't paying
$20?
her for like sex? Oh my God, this amount has changed a lot, girl.
Oh my God, it was $200.
Was it $700,000? Girl, I would have sucked
But
a
back
lot
to
more than
the-
a brain for
okay.
$700,000, honey.
I would have lined him up in that. Never mind.
Line
I was
them
underage.
up.
I was underage.
Well,
at the
also
time.
fitting.
Does it count? Never
Nope.
mind. Never mind.
Nope. Stop it.
Is there such a thing?
Stop.
I said I would stop and then I continued.
No.
You
just
know how
stop.
there's like, never mind. So, Gaga tickets.
Thank you.
Girl. Remember how I read you for filth about them emails and you'd be like, I was in the pre-sale, blah, blah, blah.
Did you get on? Of course you did, because you're a hypocrite. This is what you do. You read me and then you try to hide the fact that you do all the same stuff.
I can't even tell you how I got on it, and I think I know why. I got a Facebook ad because I knew I was GAY and said, pre-sale Lady Gaga tickets through whatever if you sign up like a week early. And I was like, well, let me just put in my email and see. And I was like, this must be what Jordan was talking about when he got pre-sale tickets.
I'm going to have to protect you when you're older. You're about to be falling for all them scams, girl. When you're on Facebook scrolling and all of a sudden 17 companies have your credit card and social security number. It's like,
I didn't put all that in. What I will say is I understood. So then, sure enough, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's Gaga Mayhem World Tour, whatever. They will sell out. I didn't expect nothing of it. Well, they had sent me the email days later, like, it's live now. And I was like, oh, let me just go and look. $995 for the cheapest ticket. No, the cheapest was $700 and something.
that was what, yeah.
And it was in Chicago. They added an extra
you
date
did
to the
Chicago.
pre-sale.
They added a bunch of extra dates.
Mama, I'm
To a
telling
few
you
of the
right now,
cities.
if I didn't just put a large chunk of money to hold the car in question, I've been trying to tell you, I've been waiting to arrive on the lot. If I didn't just put a large
bought
amount,
them? You would have bought the tickets?
I would have certainly bought a ticket. I don't care. Just me.
Two. Me and you. It's my birthday present.
No. You can do the pay me later, but it's every time we go to Wendy's for the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life, literally.
And I'm like, girl.
Which is going to be very short if I have anything to say about it, but go ahead.
So then it's a good deal.
It is for me.
For me, it's a return on my investment.
Not really, because you're dying quick.
I was going to say when I die, like in the drive-thru. Diabetes. Heart
Not
attack.
diabetes.
So I went, oh, and these are the pre-sale ticket price.
Yeah.
The very next day, her entire tour was sold out.
Yeah.
I sat there looking, and I'm like, do I go into debt for Gaga? And I'm like, I really want to.
Consideration.
Will it affect my credit? Yes. Will I regret this later? Probably not in 10 years. Do
Also,
I need
how
this?
would it affect your credit?
Because then it would make my
Credit card bill higher?
credit card, and then
Yeah, but like, what are you going to need right now to have good credit? I mean,
A
you're
car!
Still going to have good credit. And it'll be done in like 3 seconds.
Thank
Unless
you.
you have really bad credit right now. It's already bad. It's
not.
getting worse.
It's not. I just couldn't take any chances. I was just like, and it was
I had to do-
$1,000, and I was like, and I had to take off
Girl.
of work because it was on like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was like, girl,
And I would have to take off of work.
and it was in September. I was like, girl, I don't know what I'm doing in September yet. Anyway, so $900 for Gaga, and I would have gone if I had, if the circumstances were right. And now I understand how you got them pre-sale tickets, and I was like, girl, I don't get
This
it.
is why we do it.
This
I'll tell
is
you what,
why we do
I had the same
it.
problem. So I was going to go with a very large group to one of the New York shows, which now there's like 4 or 5.
To Gaga? I know there's
To
two.
Madison
She's like
Square
Madison
Garden.
Square Garden. I know.
Like 4 times, I think now. So we were going to go to the original date. I think it was in August.
You were going with a big group, and I wasn't a part of that conversation.
It was
so.
like family friends that had invited me to come as a part of it.
I'm not a family friend.
You don't know these family friends. This is
Yeah, I keep getting
our
nervous
lovely
and coughing.
family friend Jen. She lives in Connecticut, and we were texting about it all day, and she got the pre-sale before I even did, and she was looking. She's like, cheapest are $750. She's like, I'm gonna get a big chunk. Do you want them? And I saw the amount that she paid for all of them, so it was a large group and a lot of money.
Oh, they already bought them.
And
Girl, is the room for one more?
I had to say no because I
know.
want to go to Vegas for my 30th, and I was like, I need to be smart. I got to save for the Vegas trip. This is more important right now.
Girl.
So, especially if Cowboy Carter tour ends up there. So, I don't think it will. But, well, I don't think it will.
Oh, that's
by
right.
the time I'm there.
I remember you told me about
By
that.
the time
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
there, I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it
yeah.
will. So, but Vegas is more important to me.
I was just.
I hope you're saving too.
I'm not saving.
I would start.
I'm not saving.
Don't you want to go to Chippendales?
I would do anything.
I know.
I'd put down
And
$2,000 for
RPDR Live.
Oh, that's right.
I want to do both.
I know they just celebrated 1,000 shows or whatever.
I wanna
like,
do both.
I live.
So start saving.
Well, we'll think about it.
You'll be there.
I'll think about it.
You know you want to redo your bachelor party trip
Bachelorette.
and make my birthday about you. Your dream.
What I'll do is send you with a robot that has like the camera on it.
Nope. No,
And I'll have a VR headset sitting in bed eating.
How's a robot supposed to blow me like you do? Oh. Shaking. Go ahead, say your opinion.
I do have opinions to share, but I've been saving it. If the real fans have been listening this long and we know who they are, they're ready to hear my opinions on the show I just seen last night. That's the opinions I'm waiting to share.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, like I'm ready.
What was that?
No, I'm ready.
Oh.
I was like thinking, I just didn't know where you were going with that, to be honest. So it was like, not
I've been
what I
waiting. First of all.
Okay, first of all, before you get there,
I
let me
said
say
first of all
so second of all, let me say one thing quick, and then I want to hear it.
Uh-huh.
Wicked Part 2 trailer was
Oh, yes.
not released. It was shown at CinemaCon, however, so it's coming soon.
Did people bootleg the...
No, because there's no phones, and nobody so
oh.
far has snuck one in. There's certainly been discussion on TikTok from the people that were there, have like discussed what they saw.
And what did
in
they
it.
say?
Girl, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be good. They said there was close-ups on like Dorothy and the lion. They said
Who
showed
is it?
They said you couldn't tell by the way they did it. They said it was like a profile shot. You couldn't tell because it's probably it's probably some random actress.
Which I
or
don't...
whatever.
I'm not mad about.
So they said you see the creation of the Twister, which is a part of the storyline. So you'll see that.
Oh! I have a guess.
Okay, go ahead.
That Madame Morrible, like, because she helps with weather, she like made it happen to like.
I'll say you're right, but I'm not going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because it's a
you
big,
say that
it's
to
a
me a
big
lot.
chunk of it.
You say that to me a lot.
You're right, but I'm not going to tell you why. They said it started with Glinda being like getting ready for her wedding and saying
Wedding
to Fiyero.
What?
But you'll see.
Spoiler.
Which actually that's not in the show. They actually you only see the engagement in the show.
Is that in the book?
I don't know. So and you hear her the first thing there's like a crack in the window all of a sudden.
It's her high note.
She looks at it and she
singing.
goes, Elphaba, I know you're out there. Get in here before the flying monkeys see you.
How did she make the
And
window
then
break?
Cynthia like shows up. It's supposed to be like a reference to like when she breaks it in their dorm room and stuff like that. Like
she broke it in their dorm room?
Remember when
dorm room?
Cynthia gets mad and the door slams in the dorm room? And
Oh,
then, like,
yeah.
So it's supposed to be that.
I thought she like did a high
It said
crack.
they show Cynthia writing in the sky like they do in The Wizard of Oz. Surrender Dorothy, but she says something like the wizard lies or something like that.
Now, speaking of the show, some of the people don't know that in the original Wizard of Oz, we won't name names, that in the original Wizard of Oz, there's the witch on the broomstick.
Played by Margaret Hamilton.
Thank you. Which, fun fact, my adoptive great-grandmother, quote unquote, her name was Margaret Hamilton.
Oh.
And so I just saw her name in the credits, and my adoptive grandpa would joke and be like, that was her in the movie. Looked nothing like her, but I believed it as a kid because I'm like, that's her name. I was like, oh
I love
my God,
that.
movie star.
I would do that too.
And they never told me otherwise.
Girl, I live.
Anyway, so Margaret Hamilton lived.
Yeah, so it's, you'll see that they showed shots of the blue dress, the white gown. They said Cynthia has a lot of different outfits in the second act, which is great because in the show she only has like one outfit the whole show or the whole second half.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
They said there's a scene with Fiyero and Glinda and Elphaba that they showed a part of that I won't talk about. And they
I don't
said
want to talk about it.
They said that the whole first part was underscored by the song No Good Deed, which if you know, you fucking know. This is like the song we will all be waiting for in the second half. It is.
I would love to hear it. I know nothing about it.
Blow us out of the. You thought.
Isn't that the title of the movie, No Good Deed?
No, it's For Good.
Oh, For Good.
You thought Defying Gravity was crazy. The Wizard and I was crazy. Girl. She's about to fly off the fucking handle with this song. It's
fly off the broom.
It is like objectively one
handle.
of the hardest songs in musical theater repertoire, and it happens like at the end of the show when she's already sung.
Why does everybody always talk about her Defying Gravity
is
one?
like the grandiose end of Act 1.
I've never once in my life heard.
This is like the true Wicked fans will understand. Like this is the hard song. Yeah,
Your toes are up. You're like the true Wicked fan.
So they said the first half is underscored by that, then the second half is underscored by For Good, like the ending song.
Okay.
And it showed a little bit of Ariana like coming up the stairs after things have happened.
After things have happened, what her wedding night with Fiyero?
No, I
things
won't
have
tell
happened
because she's in her pink dress at this point.
One in the pink.
And then they said one of the last things it said was
two in the pink. I forgot.
There's like a classic line in the show that they're like having their moment, and Cynthia says, "You're the only friend I've ever had." And Glinda says, and I've had so many friends, but only one that really mattered.
Oh.
And
she should have just stopped.
And that starts like the big For Good stuff. And then the last line in the trailer they said was another Wizard of Oz reference. It's Cynthia says, I'm off to see the wizard.
Oh.
So, and they said they showed a lot of shots of the castle that she's in and all this
Maybe
kind of
that's
stuff.
the one in the poster
It
that
is.
we've seen.
That's her castle. And I think that castle is relevant to the storyline. You'll find out how. And but I think that when I saw some pictures of like the set renderings of the castle, because there's scenes of her in the room, and there's even scenes in the show when she's like talking to Dorothy when Dorothy's like trapped under the floor and shit like that. So like that's all in the show and all this bullshit, right? So it looks a lot like the Wizard of Oz, which is Castle Room, which of course on stage it does not. But I have feelings like there will be like set set pieces that match it. Like she has that big red and gold hourglass in the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, like me. I have a big hourglass figure.
Nope.
No?
Go ahead, stand up.
I have, but the sand has all gone to the bottom.
Bodied, blonde, whatever it is. So I think that'll be... Anyway, I can't fucking wait. It's probably coming any day, to be honest.
The
at
trailer?
This point. Yeah. So...
Maybe they're waiting for Easter. Is there a big sporting thing happening near that time?
I don't know. I don't know when was it released last year?
I feel like
Super
all these
Bowl.
big wigs wait for the people to have their moment. They're waiting for Gaga's mayhem to like die down, and then they're going to release
Cynthia's
it.
got a new song coming out.
Good, because the first one, as you and
then,
I both know, we did not love
and I think
as much.
this one sounds a little bit better from the preview. And of course, Ariana just released her deluxe stuff, so they're probably get that out,
yeah.
and then now it's time to move on.
Right.
So we'll see. But the Wicked 2 press trailer will be beginning soon.
And I will love the movie. I certainly will.
You
Will I
will.
love
You'll die.
ruining my every waking moment because of it? No.
When did I do that? Name them.
I'm a battered woman right now.
Okay, thoughts on the show. Go.
Battered and shattered.
And then
First of
Catty
all,
Corner.
my thoughts are I didn't remember that you told me the Straggett in question was the lead.
You
first
weren't
of
listening.
all, I wasn't
Don't
listening.
say you weren't remembering. You didn't listen.
You didn't make it clear.
You didn't listen.
You were vague.
You didn't
with
listen.
the details.
I was vague.
You kind of danced around
Somebody
the
in this
fact.
relationship has to be vague with the details.
Yeah, keep
'Cause
drinking.
The other one
You're
does
getting
nothing
real
but
nervous.
give too many details. Would you like a sip?
Too many details?
Would you
Why
like
don't you
a
tell me
sip?
about the castle again that nobody
Would
cares
you like
about?
a sip?
Yes.
Yeah, then no.
So my thoughts are, I was like, I'm mad. First of all, the things I'm mad about are I'm kind of over straight people love stories. I'm kind
Period.
of over it.
Period.
However, when the straight people in question are talented,
Period.
I'm on board. The problem is when people are younger, hotter, and more talented than me, and then I'm paying to watch it, it feels disrespectful as an audience member
To you.
to me. I'm like, could you be uglier?
Oh.
Could you be less talented?
Oh.
Could you be older than me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say, if I said I clocked a few flops in the cast, and I'm not part of this cast, so I can say this, and I said I can clock a few flops, everybody in the cast probably
Yeah.
knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's
we
probably,
absolutely do.
I think maybe 3 in my mind,
Yeah.
maybe 4.
Don't talk about Owen like that. I'm just kidding.
Owen
Owen, you were great.
Owen was incredible. I will say I forgot that you said Owen was the guy who didn't know Liza Minnelli or whatever, hadn't seen The Wizard of Oz, and that I was very vocal about my thoughts about straggatory behavior, which that is. That's literally the definition of straggatory.
It is.
I will say I did forgive him once you reminded me that that's the guy in question, because
He was so excited.
he was so excited to meet me.
Well,
Oh. The problem is what he
face.
saw in 4D when I was spitting in his face, being like, "Hi, girl," waving my fan.
he unsubscribed.
He unsubscribed. He put on a brave face and said, "May I have a picture for a fan?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I will say too, no,
Yeah.
okay, the chemistry was giving in the show a little bit too much, which is what initially bothered me. I was like, stop letting these straight people mac on each other's lips a little too long for a show for me. It was a little too much.
Which is a problem with the music.
It was
We won't get
too
into all that.
much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I don't need to see straight people smooching that long. Like, a peck is enough. A peck is enough.
I agree.
And then when I found out they were dating in real life, I was like, make out longer.
Ew.
Do it again. Nope.
God.
I
That's
said-
other things to say.
the ceiling's about
Not
to cave
do it
in.
again. Are you well?
No, I'm not well.
These
But
people are 10 years younger than you.
they're not.
Yes, he is 20 years old. They're more than 10 years younger than you. Are you well? You can't say these things.
Well, can I put my thing back, flip it, and reverse it? I take it back.
How about this shit? There is somebody in the cast that goes, or are they in the cast? Wait, let me think. What year is this?
Girl, I thought you had good
2025.
short-term memory. 2025, yes.
There is somebody, I think she's on crew.
No.
She's very young.
No.
I was born in 2013, she says. I was like,
What?
I graduated high school the next year. I was like,
I was in college.
13?
I was in college, my second year of... Okay. Before I get off the band... Okay, the only other thing I'll say about the couple is that McKenna ate.
Yeah, she's a diva.
Ate. And I have only seen that role one other time before, and it was a girl who ate as well. And I was sitting here like, I'm judging her. And mind you, I didn't know who she was at the time, of course, but I was sitting there judging. I was like, she better be good in this role. Dancing,
She's
10
so
out of 10
good.
aside, because she was incredible.
Yeah, the singing.
Singing, 10 out of 10 aside, I was most impressed with her acting choices.
Oh, love.
I was like, oh, she's eating every line up. She knows the intonation.
Yeah.
She knew the
Yeah.
feeling and the emotion
Which
behind
is
the
good
words.
because she's really not in like a ton of the show for being a leading lady.
girl.
So she makes the most of every moment,
She
that's for
ate.
sure.
Also, the other girl who ate was Miss What's Her Face in the saloon or whatever. Mama.
Teresa. I love Teresa.
Teresa.
Teresa, who's expecting her little baby. She's pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, I love her. She's cool.
She has what money can't buy.
Yeah,
charisma, looks, talent. Anyway, so everybody was great. I was surprised that the ensemble was really, really good. Normally, it's like there's Jordan because you stand out like a good sore thumb because it's like the best dancer in the world.
Yeah.
A lot of these dancers were like
the nicest thing you ever said to me. Just kidding.
A lot of these dancers were. I was like, where do I look? Because Jordan's over there, but somebody else is doing over there. I was like, but now they're both doing it. I was like, oh, they're doing it too. And,
See, now did everything I've been saying make sense?
It
with why
did.
my body hurts, these fucking floor rolls, like everything's
I'm not
broken.
talking about us last night. I'm talking about you in the show.
Right. Why my body hurts.
You told me
He baits me on set.
You told me you flipped and dipped and went, but you did not tell me. You slid on the ground, holding somebody's arms, slid between his legs. You didn't tell me you jumped in the air, did a kick with the splits backwards, whatever, and then landed and did a roll. You didn't tell me that you did this kick where your feet go like this in the air.
Oh, like one up and then going straight out. Girl, I told you I
went
never
into cardiac arrest just watching all you hoes.
I never stop up there, honey.
Needless to say, I had a wonderful time. Except for the few flops who you all know who they are, who kind of brought down the show, to be honest, and got me out of the moment. And I'm pissed about it because y'all kept me in that moment. And the 3 or 4 flops who you know who they are they yanked me by the scruff of my neck and yanked me out of the moment. And
I'll
I'm
get
mad
the
about
names
it.
off the air.
No, you know who they are. You already know the name. The picture you have in your mind is who they are.
The name on everybody's
that aside,
lips is gonna be.
And this is for you, McKenna and Owen. Mwah! My number 1 fans. I love you.
Oh, God.
Anyways.
I hated that. This pageantry.
I know. The faggotry.
Mama, the straggotry.
That's the new title. Pageantry, faggotry.
Yeah, that'll fly.
No, pageantry. What did I say?
On the
Pageantry?
boob tube.
I know. But that's all I have to say.
It was a good show. It was.
In fact,
it felt good.
That's my my catty corner. Is the flops who bring down shows.
I felt like I was like on 10 last night because I knew all you guys were there. So I was like,
you were on 10, but was the newspaper you stood on
hey!
on a 10?
By the way, every this is the people I have in my life for all the viewers, folks, family, and friends at home. That one person in my life will let me have one moment of a mistake. A mistake was a mistake, girl. For the first and only time so far, my stupid fucking paper didn't work. It was my only mistake in the whole stupid ass show. And every person has brought it up. You, Danielle, and my parents.
Love how I didn't text you in intermission going, great job, beautiful, whatever. Like, you're killing it. It's a newspaper emoji, the guy dancing, and then this emoji.
I think the first thing you said was, hi, Pookie.
It is.
And then it said, when that newspaper didn't rip, I said, oh. I was like, okay, that's where we're at.
You're like, how about hello, how are you? My name is.
How fucking hot it was.
But the catty corner for me is welcome back one on to the catty corner, where 2 young gays get catty and not in a corner. I'm sick of people who are casting the show.
I had the catty corner.
You can do it too. Mine, really quick, is the people who bring down a show because either they're friends with the director, and that's just me projecting, or and assuming, or they needed somebody, and then we're all here for fun. But when the cast is that talented and people are not giving what needs to be given,
a little bit, Gavin.
I need them off the stage, and I'm so sorry. You can run crew, you can run set, you can have a little, maybe a little something.
Why didn't you climb up there and take him down?
Why'd you say him?
Take them down, like take them. You heard him, so now we know.
Well, there was a him. There's a couple hims and a couple hers. That's all I'm going to say.
Hers is. She
already didn't have hers. So, anyways, what's yours?
How about yesterday during the show too? There's that one point where it's like my first trick in the show, and Corey and I do like turn. We do this like leap thing. We go down to the ground to do the roll.
Corey 8 too. Corey 8, by the way. Love you, Corey.
Do the cartwheel off the floor, right?
Yeah.
So the first time I do
I didn't know
it twice.
You didn't tell me you did that neither.
I do it twice. And the first time I went up into the cartwheel and I got stuck. Like I didn't have enough momentum.
Gravity stopped working
to finish the cartwheel. So I like got stuck in a handstand for a second, and my legs are spread open, right? So I'm like, and I started to feel that I was like almost wobbling because now I was like
Yeah,
stuck.
You have no more
And
momentum.
I was like, if I fucking flip over backward, I'm flipping off the stage because I'm so close to the edge, right? I'm not
I was
gonna be able to
waiting
catch
for somebody to
myself.
flip off the stage because after all the stories you told me about this cast,
And I was about to pull the same thing and flip off, and so I literally had to like yank my second leg up and like almost whack the first one to finish the momentum
you
of
pulled a
finishing
mirage.
it over. Girl.
You did mirage with the heel clap.
to finish the like trip over. It was like I was like, oh my gosh. It
See,
was
but that's
too
talent,
much.
knowing what's going on.
Now I can do a heel clack cartwheel. We did it a lot during 9 to 5 because that was like when it happened. So we would like be at rehearsals and I would.
Would
like,
you
do
put my
it.
stripper heels on and do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Do your feet fit in mine? I don't think so.
Probably.
No, they
'Cause you
would.
have size nothing feet.
Thank you.
You know what they say about small feet.
Small dick.
Oh my god, Jesus. What was I getting? Oh, notify anyway. I got a bone to pick about Miss D&D, and no, I'm not talking about the nerds with Dungeon and Dragons.
What is D&D? Oh, do not
Do
disturb.
not disturb. Okay, I am the girl that you want to have it on Do Not Disturb, and then you know when you send a text and it does the so-and-so has notifications turned off.
Notify
Do you want to notify
anyway.
Notify anyway.
More girl.
Yes.
Look, more of your stuff.
Look at this hole.
Girl.
It's flying
You're
out.
getting so heated, your jacket's falling
My
apart.
jacket fell apart. Hit.
Why do you hit notify anyway? They don't want to be disturbed.
Don't come with me at that bullshit. You will hear what I have to say when I want to say it. Do you understand me? I'm talking just at you, not to you, because you literally are never on Do Not Disturb. In fact, you're normally doing the disturbing. But
I'm just disturbed.
you're mentally disturbed.
Thank you.
But I'm hitting notify anyway. Don't fucking don't silence me.
You heard it here first, folks. Don't silence a gay voice right at the heels of Pride Month.
On
No,
the heels
is the
of-
heels before or
I
after?
think it's after.
Yeah. So what I meant to say was right at the foot,
Right before Pride Month?
right
maybe?
at the. I think it is right at the heels because it's behind, and then it's at the tail end. Would be the end. Anyways, don't silence a gay voice.
No.
In 2025.
I'm hitting notify anyway. I don't care who you are.
Thank you.
Mom, dad, friend,
Thank you.
whatever.
Thank you.
Notify anyway. You will hear me.
Are
I
there
rise.
who specifically, if you'd like to look into that camera
No
and
one.
say the
There's
name?
no one really specifically that does it often in my life.
So you just like to
because
be
they
mad.
know.
Oh.
Which means when it but that means the one off time that it happens, I'm pissed.
What if it's
Boom!
you who doesn't want to be disturbed for the 5 seconds in your life, and it's when I want to send you another meme of something inappropriate, and I hit notify anyway? How about that?
I would get over it.
What if you're like interviewing for a second interview for like a position, second interview, like about to get it, and then here comes FAGGOT me.
Well, why would you have your phone out that the text is gonna start blowing up though?
Huh?
Like, because it's only a notify anyway for texts.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'll text you back to back to back.
Yeah, but why would it bother me? Even
Because
if
you're
I'm
in the middle of an
interview.
interview. Because
Yeah, but why would I?
Ding,
Well, I don't have my phone
ding.
sound on. Do you?
Oh, well then who cares about notify? You're right.
It's on vibrate.
You're so
And I have my
right.
watch, so it's only gonna really vibrate on my watch anyway.
You're so right.
So, girl,
people have nothing to say.
notify anyway.
Absolutely.
I am notifying you, and you're gonna hear me. And it might be the stupidest thing in the world. It might be, hey, but you know what? You're gonna fucking hear it right now.
Do you guys want to hear more?
You know who's the worst? Actually, I will name one person, and he knows it's not. He's not like the worst. So every night, you know, our lovely friend Corey, he has it on his phone set that like every night at like 10 something.
Sure.
It automatically goes to do not disturb for the rest of the night until the
That's
next
setting
morning,
boundaries.
which I think is great.
I do that too.
Notify anyway. Because oftentimes we're in the middle of a conversation and it'll switch over to that. You know what I mean? Notify anyway. I know you're still awake, girl. Because when you tell me the next day, oh, I didn't even go to bed till like 2 a.m. Well, my text sat there for about 4 hours then, girl. Notify anyway. Period. Do not silence women in America.
Don't you dare silence a gay voice or women in STEM in 2025.
As hard as they are trying to silence both of those groups.
But you know how you can support the dolls? Here's how you can not silence a gay
Here's
voice.
how you can hear us.
In fact, promote a gay voice in 2025. Go to bythewaypod.com.
Don't do this.
Oh.
When you promote the pod. I don't subscribe to that. There you go.
Oh, my hip almost popped.
Ow! Oh my God, that was really loud.
Did you hear that?
That was really loud, Chris.
Say
Jesus.
something. Say something.
Go to bythewaypod.com where you can find links to our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music, and whatever else. When you're there, hit subscribe, the bell, like button, all that jazz, and we will see you here again
Next Monday.
And maybe Chris will have a hip replacement by then. 2 new hips, bionic hips.
My hips don't lie.
Great for putting back behind your head. Oh. Hit off, you girl.
Bad optics. Bad optics.